Hey YouTube, good morning or good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are in the world. I'm going to be letting you watch the process for this alcohol ink on canvas. Now, not a lot of people will use canvas for alcohol inks because they're a little bit intimidated by it. It's not, it's a porous substrate, so it can be a little bit difficult to work with. These particular canvases that I'm using come pre-primed already. I am not sure because the canvas comes unmarked. So I'm not sure what it's primed with. It feels like it could be a double or triple layer of gesso. So I'd imagine that will work well enough. And so I'm going to be using some gold leafing, alcohol inks, some Posca pens, and yeah, I'll go through the colours that I'll be using for this piece. So I'm going to be using the Panata Rich Gold. I'm going to be using Copic various inks, and the colours are teal blue, cadmium orange, and garnet. So that's BG18 for the blue, Y or 07 for the orange, and or 39 for the garnet. I'm also going to be using a little bit of Snowcap by Tim Holtz and Eggplant by Tim Holtz as well. So they're the Ranger inks. And I have my isopropyl alcohol on 99.8%. So I also, you're going to need some rubber gloves for this particular method, and just a paintbrush, an old paintbrush that you don't use for, or it's not too precious to you, because I'm going to be dipping it into the gold and it's notoriously sticky and messy, so nothing too expensive. A cheap paintbrush will do for that. So let's get started on our piece. We're going to unwrap our canvas. I could never figure out how these things work for hanging your canvas. If anybody in the comments want to explain to me what you do with them, that'd be great. So you can feel with the couple of layers of gesso, it is smooth. It's not really shiny, but smooth enough, and the porous holes that come in the canvas have kind of been smoothed over a little bit. So these work well. It does sink in a little bit, but I'm going to show you my method to help move it around. This is why we're going to be using the gloves. I like to use my fingers when I'm painting on canvas with alcohol inks. Helps it spread a little bit better. You can also use a heat gun. It doesn't really move the inks as well as it would if you were using Yupo paper, but it's still a nice effect. So let's get started. Once your piece is dry, you can take your Posca pens and start adding the detailing that you'd like. You might have to keep pumping your pen to make sure that the white is flowing. I bought this today, so I'm going to try this as well. So it is just a Mitsubishi pencil. It's by Mitsubishi Pencil, excuse me. And it is just white. Oh, it's actually a Uniball. They must be the same company. It's white anyways. It's like a gel pen. That glides really well as well. That's a nice finish. It's actually doesn't stick as much as the Posca pens on the canvas. It can be a little bit tricky to use the Posca pen because it's kind of, the tip of a Posca pen is a little bit kind of fabricy, and this is just like the roller pen, so it's a smoother movement for this, I find, or I'm finding. Oh, this is really nice. I'll show you where I have the dark alcohol ink. In the side here I'm doing some dots and it's looking like a little universe. That's really nice. So I'm going to pick all the dark spots now and dot them white. This is how, if you get into the flow during a paint session, you can connect to that kind of creative energy. So by just kind of going at it and watching it develop in front of your eyes, then you can decide how you're going to progress with it. So by seeing that this looked like a little universe here, I'm going to specifically pick all the dark spots to add the white to. And it's just kind of accidentally developing its own personality because you're just stepping out of the way and letting the process guide you. So I'm going to use the Ivory Uni Posca. This is a slightly bigger tip, and I'm going to go in over them dark spots as well. And I think I'm going to mix up a little bit of white acrylic paint. This is Gesso. Do I have any white acrylic paint? Okay, hang on 1 minute. Okay, I definitely think I need to clean up my desk. I couldn't find white acrylic paint, but I did find some Deco style satin stop spray. So this is just for the correction of stains and dirt. I think it's just like a white coating paint. So let's see what this looks like. This is new now for me. Okay, that's nice. So I'm just spraying it from far away towards the edges here. Oh, it's soaking in quite well into the inks. Okay, I don't want to go too... Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit brighter here because it's where my lines are coming from. That's kind of nice. Okay, now I'm going to add the gold. So I have an old paintbrush and Pebeo Deco gilding paste. So what I usually do is I lay down the gold first, the gold ink, and then I will use that as a guide to add the leafing over. You don't have to work it like that. You can just decide yourself where you think the gold might be best. Usually the gold is nice contrasted between the dark colours, so I'll put it beside darker inks like the purples and the reds. Gives that kind of rich finish. It gets lost a little bit in with the yellows. Now I do have some here with the yellows, but I'm going to just only add a small bit into that area, concentrating mostly on the darker areas. This is going to make this section pop a little bit. Okay, what you want to do is let that get a little bit tacky before you add your gold leaf. So I just have my metallic flakes here. I'm going to stick my finger in and grab out a bunch. You don't want too much. I'm going to dab it down onto the spots that I have painted the Gildan paste onto. If it's not sticking like this one, it's not tacky enough, so you might need to leave it a little bit longer, or you can use your heat gun to dry it up really quickly. So that doesn't seem ready yet. I'm going to just give it a little blast with the heat gun. Now that's sticking a little bit better now. I usually forget exactly where I'm after putting my gold leaf in, so I just stick a little bit to my finger and pat it down all over and see what connects and what doesn't. Dry my hands off a little bit. Black Posca pen. Just adding a little bit of purposeful black dotting. Now once your piece is dry, you can dust off your gold leafing. And there you have it, your alcohol ink on canvas. Simple piece. Super fun to do. I hope you enjoyed following along with this quick process video. If you want to check out my work, it's on Instagram, The Colourful Artist, and I will leave a link in the description box for you to follow.